Hi all, so welcome to the today's tutorial. So today we will continue our series. We created one spawner manager, but we just created one function which was just spawning the zombie using our environment area. So today we will continue that functionality. So in data, I will just create one more class. Uh, so it will be a header file. So and it will be a struct. So st underscore zombie wave. So what it will do, it will just contain the zombie wave data. Let me rename that. So refactor wave.h. Next. So in that header file, I will just you know quickly write pragma once. Next has include core minimal.h, and we also need data table. So to create the struct in C++, you just write the micro use struct, and it will be the blueprint type. So struct, here we will specify the struct name, and you have to prefix it with f. So st underscore zombie wave and f table raw base. We are specifying because here because we will override it, like because we just need to insert the data in that table row. We can also export the data in CSV format, and we can also include the data in CSV format. Okay, so okay, we need to generate code also. So hash include st underscore zombie wave dot generated dot h. Not sure, but my uh, AI is not working. Generated rated underscore body property. Okay, not sure why, but it is not working. Proper. Okay, now it is working. Edit anywhere and blueprint read write. So when we are spawning wave, right? So we need first wave number. So wave number, I'm initializing it with 0. So when you are spawning some wave, you will include the wave duration. Let's imagine if it is first wave, so it will be easy, right? So we will specify the wave duration. Next thing, we will specify the cool off time. So let's imagine once the wave is done, like when the first wave is done, then some cool off time will be there, so user can take some time just to have the breathe. And then the how much seconds do we the rate. So in that wave, like in the first wave, you just want to spawn AI after every 3 seconds or 4 seconds, so that will be the seconds to spawn the one AI. So we need that variable, so I will just copy paste it. 2 3 4. Second variable will be wave duration. It will be in seconds. Next thing is cool off time, and next thing is seconds to spawn AI. One AI to be precise. Okay. So just let me open Unreal. Okay, just compile it. As soon as it will compile, so in the meantime, with asset, I will create one folder called data. Live coding succeeded. Right click, and we can choose, I think it's in miscellaneous or data table. Yes, it is here. And here you can choose our st zombie wave. Press OK and dt underscore zombie wave. So here you can see, like, you can specify your wave data. So how much waves you do want, you can just specify it here. So I'm thinking to have five, and the raw name should be unique. So wave one, you copy wave, enter wave two, wave three, wave four, and wave five. So then the wave number will be 1, 2, 3, 4. So wave number 1, and to how much duration? I do want 60 seconds. So within a minute, the first wave will be over. The cool off time will be of 20 second or 10 second maybe. Maybe 20. And the second, so in 10 second, it will just spawn one AI. So in a minute, it will just spawn 6 AI, 6 or 5. So this is 2. Wave duration 120, 15 cool off time, and 7. So what we are doing, we are just making the game more interesting, right? Because the wave duration will be on, and it will keep on increasing the spawn rate. So in wave 3, uh, the duration time is 180, cool off time like 10, and 4. Like within 4 seconds, it will just keep on spawning the AI. Next is wave 4, 250, 5, 2, and the last one. So this is the last wave. I don't think I'm including it in the future. Like this will be the last wave. So 5. The duration will be like infinity, because I'm just keeping it 5. You can it is flexible, so you can create as many waves as you want. And the cool off time will be like 999 again, because I don't want it to end. And in 1 second, it will spawn one AI. So this is done, and we need this table reference in our the manager class, if you remember. So spawn manager, we are here. Perfect. So here, so first function which we do need is to spawn our wave, right? So in public, just write void spawn zombie wave, alt enter, generate definition. So uh, first is like think we need a variable called wave current wave number. So I'll just create one variable. Let's make it private, and wave number by default it will be 0. So as soon as you will call this function spawn zombie wave, so we will just wave number, we will increment it, and if okay, let's name it current wave number, so it will make sense. Right click, refactor, rename the controller. Okay, current wave number. Okay, so here what we will do, this is the current wave number. As soon as we will call this function, we'll increment it, and we will check it in the data table. We haven't created the table reference here, so we will create that first. So again, copy paste it, Control D. So it's a U data table, and we know dt underscore zombie wave. Okay, and do we need anything extra? Yes, we need to have that data. We need one more variable of that type. because we when we will fetch the raw, we need to store that data. So current wave, current wave number controller, sorry, current wave number. Perfect. uh okay, so first we will what we will do, so current wave is equals to, we will fetch, we will try to find the raw from that data table. So dt underscore zombie wave, and we will also check if it is valid or not. So if dt underscore mutils dm is valid, dt underscore zombie wave, it if it is invalid, we will just dt zombie wave not valid. Nope, just mark it here. If it is invalid, then just return. Okay, so find raw. So here we need to specify, like, because the data type inside the data table can be anything. So we want of st underscore zombie wave. So here we have specified that. Next thing is the raw name. If you remember, we gave the raw name like wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, right? So f name bracket wave plus f string from int, and here current wave number by comma context string. I don't think we need that, so we can just keep it empty. If current wave is there, then good, else mutils dm unable to find current wave number data. This perfect. Okay, so one thing, so as soon as we are finding the wave number, what the first thing you do want to do, you just want to spawn the AI, right? So get world time manager dot set timer. So we need a timer handler. So private f timer handler. Uh, the first is like spawn rate timer handle. So spawn rate timer handler, comma f timer delegate, create lambda. Okay, this is the function. So here we need to specify like after how much second you do want to run this function, and we know like inside this table we have this function seconds to spawn one AI. So we will just use that. So spawn current wave comma seconds to spawn AI, and we do want everything in loop. So what we are doing, as soon as I'm finding the wave, so I will check the current wave second. So the first wave does have the 10-second gap. After every 10 second, it will, it will wait and spawn. It will call one function. So we already created one function. If you remember, the function name was spawn zombie. So just call that function here, spawn zombie. And to capture it, just put end and it will start working. So this is perfect. Okay, next thing is, so let's imagine, so as soon as you are in, you are keeping, you are in loop and you are just spawning AI one after another. But after this will be done for this wave duration, right? Because after this wave duration, we have to put the cool time off. We will just wait for some second and we'll continue its process, right? So for that, what we will do, I will create one more timer variable called wave duration. So control D, wave duration timer handler. I will check if it is valid or not. So wave duration timer handler is valid. If it is, then I will clear it down. So world timer manager, clear timer. So wave duration timer handler. Perfect. So I'm just deleting any timer handler if some exist. And here I will. Okay, so here are two things. So let me wait for wave duration second, like this much time I do need, right? So we will create one more timer like this, and instead of this timer handler we need wave duration. We will check like what functions we do need here, and here time specification we need wave duration, and we don't want this thing to be in loop, do we? I don't think so. We will put it false. And this is, it seems good. So after, like, the duration is done, like after I'm done with the wave duration, I have to stop this loop, right? Because my wave is gone, and I have to start my cool off timer. So first thing, I have to clear this time handler. So what I will do, I will again check if this timer handler is valid or not. If it is valid, then I will ask world timer manager to clear timer of this handler. Okay, so it will stop spawning the AIs. Next thing, I need one more timer for the cool off thing, right? Like here, if you will go here, um, here. So when as soon as the wave started, so it becomes one, right? So it will start spawning the AI after this much of second. So for the first one, I think it was 10. So within 10 seconds, it will, and it is on loop. After this much time is elapsed, so it need to stop this loop. So this is what we are doing. Now, once we have hit this time, we stopped this. We have to wait this like this much amount of time, like cool off time. So what we will do, we will just copy paste it, and we need one more timer handler. F timer handle uh, cool off timer. Cool off timer. This we will see what do we want, and cool off time. And this here also I don't want anything in loop. So as soon as this cool off is done, I will again call this function uh, zombie spawn zombie wave. Think everything seems fine here. Perfect. Now we just need a function to start this, right? So uh, to run, we need to call this spawn zombie. No, uh, we need to call this function spawn zombie wave. So for testing, make it blueprint callable so we can test it. Head back to Unreal. Okay, let me compile. Perfect. Manager, let me check. Okay, we need to specify this dt. Now we don't need to call this manually. We just need to call spawn wave, spawn zombie wave. Okay. Start the game. And for 10 seconds, I do think we need to wait first. This is our default zombie. I think, okay, after 10 seconds, I'm again counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, in the meantime, I can. Okay, the next zombie also comes. But after some second, because after 1 minute, if I'm not wrong, it will spawn the second wave. And to make it interesting, we will modify some code. But as you can see, all the zombies are not spawning in front of my eyes because of that environmental query. So if we will make this map complex, so you can guess. So we have killed 6 so far. Now nothing has been spawned. That means we are in cool off time. So after I think 10 or 20 seconds of cool off time, it will again start spawning with the second wave. To make it interesting, just for testing, uh, this thing, let's change it to 1. Let's see if we can do something good or not. We just have 10 seconds to grab everything. Okay. So within 1 second, it is spawning some player for me. As you can see, we have lots of zombies. Perfect. So our code is working fine. So I think this was it for today. And to call this actually in the begin play, let me delete everything from here and let me head back to Rider and we will call this the same functionality in the begin play. So in the begin play, I want everything settled because if we will directly call that function in begin play without adding that delay, sometimes it is possible like because the player is not available. Uh, Actually, we can do because as soon as we will start, it will query after 10 seconds. So we can add. So spawn zombie wave. And it should start, it should work fine. So let me compile. Okay, let me play. Let me modify this value. Save, save. Okay, grabbing my gun. Wait for 10 seconds. So it will spawn one zombie for me. Okay, it is spawning fine. So this is running fine. So this was it for today. Thank you and have a nice day. I hope you are liking this series. If you are unable to understand something, just comment it below and I will try my best to sort the things out. Thank you and have a nice day.